Welcome to Fightmaster Yoga. So glad you are here. This is a 45-minute morning vinyasa flow to give you energy. This video is part of our 6-year anniversary celebration. And for a limited time, if you join our Patreon community at the $5 level or above, we'll add your name to our special, brand new, not even made yet, anniversary Fightmaster Yoga t-shirt. But you have to do this. You've got to join by September 20th. So click the Patreon link below and join me.
Hi, I'm Zsuzsi from Budapest, Hungary, and you're practicing Fightmaster Yoga.
All right, let's start sitting up nice and tall. Have a couple blocks handy. Close your eyes, start to ground down through your sitting bones and lengthen up through your torso. Bring your hands together. May our practice help us to gain the energy and strength that we need to stay grounded, productive, and feeling good throughout this whole day. And then releasing the hands and place them on your knees. As you inhale, bring your chest forward, look up and lengthen the front of the body. And as you exhale, round your back and drop your chin. Inhale, bring your chest forward, look up, lengthen, belly lifted. Exhale, pull the belly in a little bit more and round your upper back, chin down. Again, inhale, sweep your chest through. Widen the collarbones, roll the shoulder heads back, and exhale, round in, pull the belly in and up. And then inhale one more time, widen across the chest, look up, shoulder blades down, exhale, chin toward chest, rounding the back. And then sit up tall again, bring yourself over to the left in front, to the right, and then round as you go back. So we're going to make some big circles. So as you come forward, you'll feel a little stretch in the hips, and then as you go to the left side and to the right side, you'll stretch out the side of your torso. Let's do one more, maybe two in this direction. Note that was the last one, and then start to round in the other direction. So as you're coming forward, widen your collarbones, and as you're going back, round a little bit in your upper back like we just did in the previous movements. Let's do one more big circle all the way around, and then sitting up nice and tall. We'll do a little bit of pranayama to warm up. This is Kapalabhati breath. So big breath in, big exhale, and then inhale. We're going to exhale out the nose with a little bit of force. Here we go. Inhale and inhale. Hold the breath, drop your chin, pull your belly in, lift the pelvic floor muscles as you hold here. You can release if you need to, otherwise hold a little longer. And exhale to release. We're going to take a couple more breaths and we're going to do one more round. So as I mentioned, the exhales are more pronounced, but you're still going to inhale. Take a big breath in and an exhale. And here we go, second round. Inhale. Begin. Inhale. Hold the breath, drop your chin down, lift your belly muscles, lift your pelvic floor muscles. These are your bandhas, and now they are engaged. Holding the breath. Again, if you need to release it, it's fine. Otherwise, keep holding just a little bit more. Lift your head, inhale, and exhale. Take a breath and then roll yourself forward onto the hands and knees. And then keep the toes tucked under, but take your hips to your heels. Keep your arms extended in front of you. Spread out your fingers. Press into the base of the fingers. Lift up through the forearms and stretch back, giving your back a nice long stretch. With the toes tucked under, we're waking up energy channels in the body. Then inhale, come forward, lift your chin, lift your tailbone up, and then exhale to round the back, chin toward chest as you slowly take the hips to the heels. So we're going to take one breath forward on the inhale. So inhaling forward. One long breath, exhale, round the back, keep exhaling, hips to the heels. Pull the belly in, then inhale, coming back forward. Lift your chin, shoulder blades toward the waist. Long exhale, rounding the back. Take the hips to the heels. Bottom of the exhale, pull the belly in a moment. Then inhale, come back to hands and knees. Tuck the toes for downward facing dog. Keep the knees a little bit bent. Spin the triceps back, biceps forward, and then straighten the right leg. Keep the left knee bent, and then switch. Make sure your arms are shoulders distance apart and your feet are hips width. Keep bicycling the legs just slowly as you stretch into your first down dog today. And then bend both knees, stretch way back. Keep the belly pulled in and the ribs lifted, and reach the heels toward the floor. They never have to touch. Just stretching back here. And now look forward and bend your knees. Step your feet to your hands. Take an inhale. Come halfway up and lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold and bend the knees as much as you need to. Press down to rise up on your inhale for Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, bring the hands down. We're going to take Surya Namaskar. Some places call this C. They have some lunges. So feet together or hip socket distance apart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, hinge from the hip creases and fold over the legs. On your inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step your right foot back, come down to your right knee. Make sure the left knee's over the ankle. Inhale, reach the arms up, pull in through the ribs and belly. Exhale, bring the hands down and step to plank. Top of a push-up, take your knees down, shift forward and hug your elbows in as you lower to your belly. Inhale, little cobra, press all 10 toenails down, butt to heels. Exhale, press up and back into down dog. As you take your inhale, lift your right leg back and up from the inner thigh, level hips. As you exhale, draw it in, hover just a moment, and then step it up by the right hand. Take the left knee down. Make sure right knee's over ankle as you inhale to come up. Ribs and belly pulling in, right hip back. And then exhale the hands down. Now step your left foot all the way to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way in. Press through the feet. Inhale with a long spine, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Now we'll start with the other leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Keep the ribs and belly lifted. Exhale, hinge from the hip creases so your butt goes back as you fold in. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step your left foot back, left knee down, right knee over ankle as you come up. Inhale. Pull the right hip back, lift the ribs. Exhale, bend your elbows, open your chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend and open. Make a little bit of your own resistance. Inhale, sweep the arms around and up. Exhale, bend, opening the chest. And then bring your hands down and step to plank. Knees can be up or down here, but lower so everything touches the floor at once. Hands by the low ribs. Inhale for cobra. Stay for the exhale this time. You can stay where you are or come up a little bit higher, but roll the shoulder heads back. Keep your belly lifted. Exhale to lower. Tuck your toes under, knees up or down, pressing to plank. And then lift into downward facing dog. As you take your inhale, float the left leg back and up, lifting it from the inner thigh. Exhale, hover a moment with shoulders over wrists, and then inhale, step it up. Take the right knee to the floor. Inhale for your low lunge. Reach up nice and tall. Pull the left hip back, keep the belly lifted. Then face your palms forward. As you exhale, bend your elbows and open your chest. Sweep the arms around. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bend, elbows, open, chest. Inhale, sweep the arms around and reach. Exhale, bend the elbows, opening through the chest. Bring your hands to the mat. Now step your right foot all the way to the front. Inhale, look up to lengthen. Fold forward as you exhale. Press down through the feet. Reach all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to take high lunges now. So inhale first, come to chair pose. Sit back. Then exhale, belly to thighs and fold. Inhale, look up to lengthen. As you exhale, step your right foot back. This time stand the ball of the foot and rise up into high lunge. Make sure the left knee's over the ankle. Bend the right knee, tilt the pelvis forward, pull the left hip back. Stretch up through arrow straight arms. Keep lengthening through the torso. Then exhale the hands down to plank and hug your elbows in through chaturanga. Pausing, inhale to come into up dog or cobra, your choice. And use the belly muscles to stretch back into downward dog. Inhale to float your right leg back and up, lifting from the inner thigh. Exhale, hover a moment, shoulders over wrists, and then step it up. Stand the ball of the back foot as you come to your high lunge. Bend the back knee, tilt the pelvis forward, zip in the belly as you pull that right hip back and stretch up through arrow straight arms. Reaching up, front ribs coming down, back ribs lifting. Exhale, bring the hands down, step the left foot to meet the right. Come halfway up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Bend the knees, drop the hips as you inhale back into Utkatasana. And then to stand Samastitihi. And now starting with the left leg, we'll inhale again, bend the knees, drop the hips, Utkatasana, weight in the heels. Exhale, belly to thighs, and then fold in. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, stepping the left foot back. Keep the back toes tucked under, right knee over ankle as you rise up. Inhale. Reach up through the arms, pull the ribs and belly in. This time, take your hands to heart center. Hook your left arm across for a prayer twist. See if you can pull your right hip back and lift your left hip away from the mat so that you're twisting from above the waist. Release that, come to plank, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, use the belly muscles, down dog. Left leg up, inhale, lift from the inner thigh. Exhale, hover a moment, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, step it up. Stand the ball of the back foot. Rise up, Anjaneyasana. Make sure your left knee's over the ankle. Pull the ribs and belly in. Keep the back nice and long. Hands to heart center, lean forward. Take your right arm across for your twist. Pull your left hip back. Lift your right hip up away from the mat, twisting from above the waist. Widen the chest. Releasing hands, step your right foot to the front. Inhale, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, bend your knees, drop your hips. Utkatasana, sit back. And then to stand, Samastitihi. I'm going to take the feet hips width apart. We're going to do a forward fold. We'll add a little pranayama to it. Hands to hips, inhale. Hinge from the hip creases, fold, exhale. Hands can rest on the mat or on your legs. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Now as you exhale, pull the belly in and up, keeping the breath out. So pull it in, pull it up, holding here. So we're holding the breath out. Then inhale, fold, and your exhale. I'm going to do that again in case you missed it the first time. It's a little more challenging when you're in a forward fold to do this breath. So inhale, come halfway up. Exhale till you're completely empty. When you're empty of breath, pull your belly in and up very strongly. You can even hold your toes here if you want to. Holding the breath out. And then drop the belly, inhale, and fold all the way in as you exhale. So So you can grab the toes, you can keep your hands on your legs, but draw your shoulders up toward the waist gently, crown of the head reaching down. If the legs are straight, firm the muscles. One more. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale till you're completely empty of breath. Without breathing in, pull the belly in and up, holding the breath out. Hold it, hold it. And then drop the belly, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Hips over the heels if your legs are straight. You can bend your knees here, it's okay. And look up, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, all the way to stand. Now turn and face the long side of your mat and step your feet out nice and wide. Turn your right leg all the way out and your back toes in. Slightly line up heel to arch. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bend the knee, warrior two. So getting ready for the day, pranayama practice is great to increase our energy. And now some standing poses so we feel grounded. Lift the chest, shoulder blades, relax a little bit. Make sure that knee is pointed right over your middle toes. Press the back thigh back. Press to the outer edge of the back foot. Creating strength. Let's drop the left arm, reverse. Exhale, bending the right knee. Keep reversing and straighten the right leg. Inhale, come on up. Shorten your stance if you like for triangle pose. Hinge from the hip, reach out and down. Your right hand can rest on your shin, foot, floor, or on a block. Stretch through the left arm. If your neck's okay with it, turn and look up toward the top hand. Lengthen the bottom side of the torso from the right hip through the right armpit. Keep stretching up through the top arm. Bottom ribs moving forward, top ribs spinning up and back. And look down to come up, inhale. Take your feet to parallel. We'll do the other leg. Left leg all the way out, back toes in slightly, lining heel to arch. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend the knee over the ankle. If you did shorten your stance for triangle, make sure you lengthen it again so your left knee is above the ankle and pointed straight over the middle toes. Keep lifting through the chest, softening the shoulder blades away from the ears, and pull in your belly. Front hip is dropping down. Back inner thigh spinning up just slightly. And then dropping the right arm, reverse. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Keep reversing, straighten the left leg. Exhale, stay. Inhale, come on up, set up for triangle. Shorten the stance if you like, but make sure you're still heel to arch. Hinge from your front hip crease. Reach, reach, reach out and down. Stretch up through the right arm. So again, your left hand can be in the shin, foot, floor, or block. Now see if you can find any more length through your torso, all the way from your navel to the crown of your head, especially the bottom side of the torso. Press into the big toe mound of that left foot, drawing your left hip underneath you. Spinning bottom ribs forward, top ribs back. Look down to the foot. Inhale, come on up and take your feet to parallel. Point the toes in toward each other just slightly. Hands on hips. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, hinge from the hips. We're going to do that breathing again. So as you inhale, come halfway up, pause. As you exhale, exhale everything out. Pull the belly in and up and hold here. Really toning the abdominal muscles, plus it's great for your digestion. Release the belly, inhale, and fold all the way in, exhale. So pull up on the kneecaps, firm your leg muscles. Check where the weight is in the feet. If it's toward the heels, shift it toward the balls of the feet a little bit. We're going to do this breathing exercise again. So inhale, come halfway up. Exhale everything out until you're completely empty. At the bottom of your exhale, pull your belly in and up strongly. Hollow out the belly and hold here. So you're empty of breath. If it feels weird, it won't for long. It takes a little time. Then inhale, head up, exhale, and fold in. Keep the spine nice and long. And then shift the weight gently forward. As you press down onto the hands and the base of the fingers, lift up through the shoulders. Your head may or may not touch. If it's close, you can use a block. One more time, come halfway up, inhale. Now exhale till you're totally empty. Exhale, exhale, bottom of the exhale. Again, pull the belly in and up strongly. So really using those belly muscles. They're toning. They're really being helped with your digestion too. Drop the belly, inhale, and keep the spine long. Exhale, fold. Keep pinning your outer hips and your inner thighs towards center like you're holding a big beach ball between the legs. Breathe. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bring your hands to your hip creases. Inhale, come all the way up. And either step or hop back to the front of the mat. Back to Tadasana, feet together or hip socket distance apart. And then we'll inhale and bend the knees. No, we won't. We'll inhale and reach the arms up, straight legs. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, step back to plank and hug the elbows in through chaturanga. Shoulders no lower than elbows. Press up to plank if you can, and then chaturanga again. Inhale, press into up dog or cobra. Use the belly muscles to make your way back into downward dog. Little strength work. Step your right foot up, spin your back heel down. Inhale, come up for warrior one. Pull the right hip back. Heel to heel alignment or wider. Now take your hands behind you, interlace fingers or hook thumbs. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward. So your right shoulder's moving toward your right knee. Lifting up through the arms, let the crown of the head lengthen down. Still pull the right hip back. Getting our shoulders ready for our day. Stretching them out a little bit. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale, we'll bring the hands to the mat. Make your way to down dog any way you like. You can come through vinyasa with me, inhaling up dog, or just go right into down dog anytime you like. You can skip the vinyasas. We'll take the other side, stepping the left foot up, spinning the back heel down for warrior one. Reach up, pull the left hip back, keep your ribs and belly pulling in and up. Knee over ankle, and then take your hands behind your back, open the chest, inhale, and fold as you exhale, crown of the head reaching down. Squeeze the inner thighs toward one another. Stretch out the shoulders. Inhale, make your way up, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling to upward facing dog. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Stretch back here. If you want to break, feel free to take it anytime. Push the pause button. Take a child's pose. Take care of yourself. Inhale to plank pose. Feet together. Roll to the pinky toe side of your right foot. Reach your left arm up. Lengthen your sitting bones toward the heels. Pull the belly in and up. Bring your top hip forward just a little bit. And then left hand to side body, back to plank. You can go right to down dog or chaturanga. Inhaling to press up. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale back to plank pose, feet together. Roll to the pinky toe side of the left foot, reach up through the right arm. Lengthen your sitting bones toward the heels. You can always take your bottom knee down for more support. Take your top hip just a little bit forward. Make sure you're pulling in through the belly. Then hand to the side. Make your way back to plank. Again, go right to down dog or chaturanga. Inhaling up, exhaling back. Stretching back here, lengthen through the spine, arms and ears in line. Pressing the weight up to the hips, reaching it down toward the heels. Look forward, lightly step or hop up. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips, inhale, come to Utkatasana. There's that chair pose. Weight into the heels, belly in. Now hands to heart, lean forward, hook your left arm across and twist. Look at your knees. If your left knee went ahead of the right knee, pull the left hip back. Widen the chest. We want to keep the hips level here. Sinking back. Inhale again to chair pose, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart, lean forward, hooking the right arm across and pulling the right hip back. Sink your hips down, weight into the heels, inner thighs spinning down, shins pressing back. Inhale to center, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up. Use the belly muscles to exhale and stretch all the way back. I'm going to step the right foot up, spin your left heel down, but walk it up a little bit so your stance is shorter, but then square up hips and shoulders to the front of the mat. Arms to the sides, bring them behind you, press your fists or palms together, then roll the shoulders back and look up, inhale, and hinge from the hip creases. Exhale, Parsvottanasana. Pull your right hip back. Make sure your feet are heel to heel or even wider. Get those hips to stay squared. Lengthen the spine, lift the shoulder heads. Firm the legs. Inner thighs squeezing toward one another like you're holding a block there. Release the hands down. If you have a block, put it on the little toe side of your right foot and then hands to hips come up. Left arm up, right hand to low back, inhale, same feet and legs. Exhale the left hand to the block. Lengthen your spine, inhale, turn. Exhale, reach the right arm up. Keep pulling your right hip back. Press down into the big toe mound of your right foot. And if it's too hard to have the block on the little toe side of the foot, put it on the big toe side. You can also rest your hand on your leg. Releasing that, bend the front knee, step to plank. Hug the elbows in through chaturanga. Inhaling up and exhale, stretch all the way back. We'll do the other side. So stepping your left foot forward, walk your right foot in a little bit, take the heel down, inhale, come all the way up, setting up for pyramid pose. Pull the left hip back, arms to shoulder height. Roll the shoulders forward so you can press your fists or palms together. Then when they're back there, roll the shoulder heads back. Look up as you inhale. Hinge from your hip creases as you exhale. Your hips are squared toward the front of the mat. Pull your left hip back as you fold forward. Press down into the big toe mound of your left foot, firming the calf to the shin. Squeeze the inner thighs like you've got a block there. Lift the pelvic floor muscles. Keep rolling your shoulder heads away from the floor. And releasing the hands, grab your block, put it on the little toe side of the left foot and come on up. Right arm up, left hand to low back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge from the hips, come forward and down. Right hand down. Pull the left hip back as you twist and then add the left arm up. So your left hip is pulling back and a little bit down, and the twist comes from above the waist, so turning from the rib cage. Stretch up through the top arm, and then releasing it back down, bend the front knee and step to plank. Hug your elbows in through chaturanga. Inhale, press through the hands and feet. Exhale, use the belly muscles to press up and back into down dog. Even out your breath. Inhales and exhales equal in length. Now looking forward, we're going to come through and sit. This was tricky because as you might be able to see, it's pretty bumpy where I'm sitting. So finding a place where I could sit without falling over, it was challenging. Sit up nice and tall, bend the knees, feet on the floor, take your hands behind your knees, shift your weight back a little to bring the feet up. Lift your chest, pull your belly in. You can always stay holding on to the backs of the legs. Otherwise, knees can be bent or straight, but keep the back nice and long. Don't let it round. And release and take a rest as I try to find steadier ground. And we'll come up again. Nice long spine as you shift the weight back and lift the feet. Squeeze the legs together, straighten the right leg, keep the left bent. Straighten the left leg, keep the right bent. Keep squeezing the knees. Right leg straight. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, left knee straight. And exhale, bend the knees. Bring your hands down if you like. Both legs straight and release. Still keeping the spine nice and long as you sit a moment. Okay, last one, feet on the floor. Keep the chest lifted, collarbones wide. Lean back to bring the feet up. This time, take the arms up and then grab your elbows. Keep lifting the chest. Got to keep the spine nice and long. Couple breaths here only. Pull in the belly and release. Good work. Now we're going to take the hands behind you, fingertips facing front, feet flat. We're going to do that Kapalabhati breath again in a moment. But first, press into the heels, lift into reverse table. If this bothers your wrist, turn your fingers out. Take a big breath in and an exhale. Here we go, big breath in and begin. Don't forget to breathe in. Going back of the knees toward, or hips toward the backs of the knees. Let your head go back any amount. Keep going. Now inhale, hold the breath. And then chin toward chest and let yourself sit back down. Take a break. Sitting nice and tall. We're going to do that one more time. So remember, the exhale is more forced, the inhale is passive, but do inhale. Otherwise, you'll run out of breath. Bring your hands back behind you, fingertips facing front, but if it bothers the wrist, turn your hands out. Press down into the heels, and as you're ready, inhale and lift. Let your head go back as long as it's okay on your neck. Take a big breath, and an exhale. Another big breath in. Here we go. Going. Lengthen sitting bones to backs of knees. Widen the chest. Almost done. Inhale, hold the breath. And then chin to chest. Exhale and lower down. Great job. Big breath as you're sitting tall. And then we'll make our way onto our backs for bridge pose. Heels under knees, arms alongside your body. Press down into the heels, tilt the pelvis up, and then inhale, come on up. Roll the shoulders under, interlacing the fingers, or you can keep the palms flat. Keep the chin away from your chest. Spiral your thighs in toward one another, and lengthen your sitting bones toward the backs of the knees. Breathing here, nice, long, smooth Ujjayi breath. Release the hands, roll yourself down, take the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. Hand on the heart center, hand on the belly. Think of 3 things that you're grateful for today. And then return your feet to the floor, knees above heels, arms alongside your body. Inhale, lift into bridge again. Rolling shoulders, interlacing fingers, or keep the palms flat. And lengthen the neck so the chin is moving away from the chest, even though the chest is moving toward the chin. Spiral the thighs in toward each other. Make sure the outer edges of your feet are still parallel. Breathe. And then release, slowly lower yourself down and just rest here for a moment. Roll off to your right side. Use your left hand to come up. Make your way back into plank pose. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. And exhale back into down dog. And we're going to come forward onto the knees. So lightly step or hop to your knees. Grab a block and hold it between your inner thighs. We're going to practice Ustrasana, camel pose. So the block will make sure that the thighs are spinning gently back, which we want them to. Take your hands to your low back, press your hips down toward the backs of the knees and just lean back a little, lifting the chest. If it works for you, reach back for your heels. And then let your head go back any amount. But imagine someone has a string attached to your chest and they're lifting you up, right through the chest. And then both shoulders come up at the same time. Inhale, come up. I'll do that one more time. Keeping the block there if you have one, it really helps. Make sure your heels are in line with the backs of the knees. Bring your hands to your low back. Lengthen your butt down. Hip bones lift toward lower ribs as you lean back, stretching the front of the body. You can keep your hands at your low back or reach for the heels. Then lift up your chest. Keep lengthening butt to backs of knees. Pull the belly in, hip points lifting. Take another breath here, breathing into the chest. Inhale, come up both shoulders at the same time. And then put your block off to the side and come into child's pose. Take a couple really long breaths in your child's pose. Imagine the breath is moving, inhaling from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, and exhaling crown of head to base of spine. And then make your way onto your knees. Tuck your toes and stretch all the way back into down dog. Stretching out the spine again a little bit here. Last vinyasa, come to plank, inhale. Lower chaturanga, exhale. Up dog as you inhale. Use the belly muscles, stretch back, down dog on your exhale. Look forward, lightly step or hop and sit. Extend the legs in front of you for Dandasana. We're going to pause here in Dandasana a moment. So bring your hands next to your hips. Pull your toes back. Keep pressing the heels down and see if you can find length through your torso. If you can't, then sit up on something like a block or a blanket. Inhale, reach your arms up, hinge from the hips, exhale forward. Lengthen as you inhale, extend forward as you exhale. So if your back is a little bit rounded as you're sitting in Dandasana, then it will round more as you come into the forward fold. So sitting up on a folded blanket or a pillow or a block will help to prevent that. Just a couple breaths here. Relax the shoulders and jaw. Inhale, head up, and exhale to release. Bend the right knee, right hand behind. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, take it across and twist. As you inhale, create length through the spine, pull the belly in. Exhale, roll the right shoulder back. Make sure that your left toes are still pointed up toward the ceiling. And then head to center, inhale, unwind, straighten the right leg, and take the left foot on the floor. Left hand behind you, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, take it across to twist. Again, as you inhale, create length through your spine. As you exhale, roll your left shoulder back, twisting from above the waist, turning through the rib cage and chest mostly, a little bit through the belly. Inhale, bring the head to center, unwind, exhale. Cross at your shins, sit up tall, and then bring your fingertips in front. Inhale, walk yourself forward any amount as you exhale, giving the hips a little bit of a stretch as well as the spine. So all the twists that we did, really great way to help to kickstart your digestion for the whole day. And we've done some hip stretches. We stretched out the fronts of the thighs, the hip flexors in case you have to sit a lot today. Inhale, come up. Switch the cross. And bring the fingertips in front, lengthen, inhale. And walk yourself forward any amount, exhale. So all of these postures we've done, and plus the pranayama practice, which increases your energy and the blood flow and the oxygen that gets sent through the body into the brain, all preparing you to have a great day. Inhale is head up. Exhale, walk yourself up slowly. And with your knees bent, roll yourself onto your back. Take your feet as wide as your mat. And then drop your knees off to your left. Looking over the right shoulder. If you want to go deeper, lift up your left foot and rest it on your right leg. That deepens the twist a little bit. It also gets into the hips and hip flexors slightly. Long breaths. Inhale back to center. Release. Keep your feet wide. Drop the knees to the right, looking left. And if you want to go deeper, pick up that right foot and rest it on the left leg. And then head to center and hug both knees into the chest. As you're here, lengthen your sitting bones toward the floor, lengthen through your lower back. And then keep that length as you release the feet. And extend them out. Let your feet flop open, arms by your sides, your palms up. Close your eyes and just sink down and relax. I have a quote today from an unknown author. Today, may there be peace within. May you trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith in yourself and others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that's been given to you. May you be content within yourself just the way that you are. Let this knowledge settle into your bones and allow your soul the feeling to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there in each and every one of us. Right where you are, take a long breath and start to make little movements in your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists, flex your ankles. And when you're ready, take a long stretch overhead, reaching through your arms and your legs. And bend your knees, carefully roll to your right side, and thank yourself for taking your practice. What a great way to start your day. Slowly make your way up to seated and take a comfortable seat, bringing the hands together. Let's bring our hands to the forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. Our hands to the heart center, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications. Sending out this positive energy we created together to all beings everywhere. Namaste. The light in me recognizes, honors, salutes, and loves the light in you. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and you are prepared for it. I also want to give, as I'm cleaning up here, a special shout out to all of our Patreon supporters who make it possible for us to record and produce and launch these videos. They're enjoyed by people around the world, which is pretty amazing. And as a special thank you, we've launched a bunch of new perks and exciting, amazing things that you can get by joining our Patreon community. There's a link below to check out all the cool things, and including your name on our special anniversary celebration t-shirt. I would love for you to join that as well. So again, have a great day. These extra videos are just for you to enjoy. So I hope that you do enjoy them. And leave me a comment below. Let me know how today's day went after your practice. And oh, don't forget to subscribe. Oh my goodness, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any Fightmaster Yoga videos. Okay? All right. I'll see you soon. Bye.